Hey yo, what's up everybody? This is your boy Jay with part 3 of the beginnings. And today I wanted to share my life as a pharmacist, as an acupuncturist, as a professional in New York City. And what are some things that directed me in the direction that I have embarked on in life now. And a long time ago, once upon a time, a long time ago, your boy Jay graduated as a pharmacist and also as an acupuncturist, and went on with his life because he was done studying. School days were over. 2 degrees under my belt, right? I was the good child that went to school, did everything he had to do, and listened to his parents, and thought that life was now set and it was cruise mode on until the heydays, right? Wrong, because I quickly realized that I was not passionate about counting pills and giving drugs to people. And I was not happy about that because to me, it wasn't fulfilling. I knew probably since school that drugs were not actually, ultimately, not all drugs were actually helping and making people healthy. If anything, most of the drugs were just band-aids upon a bursting pipe, and eventually down the road, they just make things worse. And I knew that from school. And even though I was studying and I was looking for all the good stuff and all the benefits, for some reason, I started to see all the things that drugs could not do for people. And that's why I went into acupuncture school to find a more deeper way of helping people with their health. Now, when you combine the two fight a lot because they're very different philosophies. But if you put them together and you find the common ground, it can be very beneficial, right? Because you can use the band-aid solution to quickly help while you gain the time to go deep into the root cause and start to really bring balance back into somebody's life. Now, what I really started to see is that it's not only the body that needs to be treated, is that the mind controls what happens with the body. So it doesn't matter how good you treat somebody, if their thinking doesn't change, if something in their mind, in the whole being doesn't change, their ailments come back in a very short period of time. Now, it depends on what ailments. I'm not saying like for example, if you have like a traumatic injury, like, I don't know, you dislocate your shoulder and then you get acupuncture and you get some painkillers to deal with the pain, and then with acupuncture you heal it and it goes back into place and it's okay. That dislocation is not going to come back unless you go and do something that's going to physically dislocate the shoulder. But when you go to deeper things and chronic diseases, I saw a correlation of what was going on. And I was lucky enough that in college, a really dear friend of mine started to introduce me to the world of personal development, although a little bit removed, but he introduced me to books like The Alchemist and The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which were books that started to speak to my soul and go in search of more personal development. And after graduating college, now that I have more time, I started to read a lot more books, and as I can see that this library behind me started to come into place. And most of the books are personal development or finance or some sort of topic related to that, and I love it, and it's made me who I am today. And because I started to see the correlation of what's going on in the mind, and having studied personal development, I really started to see that the really key point in any lasting change comes within each individual. So it doesn't matter how good your doctor, your pharmacist, your acupuncturist, whoever your medical professional of choice is, however good they are, it is your belief that heals you through them, and it's also your mind telling you that that person whom you put your belief in is helping you. The first glimpse of that came to me when I was in pharmacy school, because I remember I was in cardiology class, not cardiology, but like I was in a class and we were studying about drugs for the heart, and I remember the professor saying very carefully, very clearly, that one day he was dealing with a patient and they literally exhausted all pain medications they had available. And what this doctor did was he went down to the pharmacy and he said, "Hey, make me a sugar tablet and just give it to me." So they made him the sugar tablet, and he walked to the patient and he said, "Hey, listen, this is a prototype drug. It's not in the market yet, but it's the strongest and most effective painkiller that we have available. Now, if this doesn't help you, I don't know what will, but I really believe that this is going to help you." He gave it to the patient. The patient started to feel better, and that's how he explained the placebo effect. And since then, I have been really wondering about what it was about the placebo effect. And now that I've gone through all these studies, I really see how the belief that the doctor gave to the patient was what actually stimulated the patient's mind to take a sugar pill with nothing in it but sugar and have the patient feel better. And just like that, the mind, I realized that the mind is the principal key player that we all have to improve and make sure that is in good working order to be able to achieve all the health, wealth, success that we're looking to achieve. And that is it for part 3 of the beginnings. And keep tuned. I will be sharing some more details about my life in the past to make it more juicy and see if you guys connect to that story. And I thank you all for watching this video and connecting with me. Like, comment, share the video, see what you get out of it. Share your comments with me. I'm open to any of your feedback and having interesting conversations about what can open up for you and for me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace out.